Support for WCBU's On Deck comes from Jaguar Land Rover Peoria on Allen Road, offering personalized service to customers from their first visit to the store to when they drive their new Land Rover home. More at jaguarlandroverpeoria.com.
A community group brings a global sport to Peoria. That's just one of the things you want to hear about to start your day for Monday, July 29th. I'm Colin Shope, and this is WCBU's On Deck. First on deck today, legislation passed 2 years ago means that Peoria County will get highway cameras later this year. House Bill 4481 gave Illinois State Police authority to expand highway cameras that capture license plates and help track suspect vehicles in violent crime across the state. Representative Jahan Gordon Booth, a Democrat from Peoria, says the initiative allocates $17 million from the state road fund to install the cameras in 12 communities.
We saw an increase of individuals getting into, frankly, gunfights on the highways in Chicago. And so at the outset, they began to install these highway cameras in order to be able to better solve for those crimes.
According to data from the Illinois State Police, there hasn't been a shooting incident on a Peoria area highway in at least the last 5 years. Still, Gordon Booth says the cameras have applications for other types of crime.
This tool and technology is incredibly helpful in the areas of kidnappings, having the ability to solve crime relative to human trafficking, helping individuals to track their vehicles once they have been stolen.
A spokesperson for the Illinois State Police could not provide WCBU with any additional information on how many cameras will be added to Peoria County, calling them a small number. Here are some other stories we're following in the WCBU newsroom. Bradley University is expanding its offerings in healthcare computer science thanks to a federal grant. And the Peoria unemployment rate went up to 6% in June. That's a full point higher than the previous month and the same time period last year. Plus, Peoria County is looking to shift away from a self-insured health insurance plan for its employees. You can find more of these stories and all the details at WCBU.org. One of the more popular sports in other parts of the world is steadily gaining interest across the U.S., including here in Peoria. The 16-year-old Cricket Association of Peoria is once again experiencing a growth in participation following a brief decline during the COVID years. WCBU's Joe Deacon reports.
On a warm Tuesday evening, teammates Sai Sandeep, Pavan, and Nitin are among the dozens of players gathered at a cricket field nestled amid the trees and cornstalks at Leslie Rutherford Park south of Dunlap. The 31-year-old Sai Sandeep has lived in Peoria for 10 years after growing up in India, where he began playing cricket around age 7. He says having the opportunity to play recreation league cricket here allows him to stay active and build relationships.
Being this far from our home country and being able to get together with our family and friends, that's really fun. That's the important thing here. Rather than playing the game, it's just the bonding.
Likewise, the 29-year-old Pavan says being a member of the Cricket Association of Peoria, or CAP, for the past 4 years has helped him make new friends while enjoying the sport he also started playing at an early age.
When I came into Peoria, I don't know anybody except 1-2 people. But now, I know more than 50 people, 50 to 100 people. So it's really, it's all through, cricket.
The 30-year-old Nitin says over the 7 years he's played with CAP, he's noticed the local interest in cricket continue to build.
It is not only from India. Few people are come from Pakistan. Few people are from Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
With CAP membership predominantly comprised of immigrants from India and Asia, cricket gives them a way to connect as a community here in Peoria. Cricket is a bat and ball sport played on a circular field featuring a rectangular pitch in the middle with wickets at each end. Using a ball slightly harder than a tennis ball, 2 teams of 11 players each attempt to score the most runs over a series of innings. The various aspects of play can be complex, but putting it simply, a bowler delivers the ball to the opposing team's batsman, who tries to hit it and run back and forth between the wickets, exchanging places with a teammate, before the fielding team dismisses the batters.
It's just like any other sport. Like how when I came to America, I didn't know how to play baseball or any other sport. I kind of watched, learned with help of my friends, people around kind of explaining stuff. That's
Badri Balasubramanian, who has been with CAP since it started in 2008 and now serves as the association's treasurer and organizer. Badri says the organization began with around 8 teams of 15 players each before expanding gradually. He says they lost some teams during COVID, but now stand at about 16 teams with 20-player rosters.
Partly because of the immigrants that are here. This is sort of our sport we grew up with. We all came here. This was something that just brought us together, irrespective of which Asian country we belong to.
Association member Ganesh Pandey says the organization appreciates the Peoria Park District for providing space for their CAP cricket grounds.
Over a period of time, we have found ways and we have constantly looked to improvise and make it better for every single one of us to play here.
Ganesh says he's impressed by how much interest in CAP has increased, reaching a point where they're able to schedule some winter matches at the Louisville Slugger complex.
It's amazing to see a community like Peoria have 300 plus people playing the sport. We have not done a great job marketing it out. This is just by word of mouth.
Badri and Ganesh both believe cricket in America is on the rise following Team USA's dramatic upset win over Pakistan in the men's T20 World Cup last month in Dallas. Ganesh says now CAP hopes to find a way to capitalize on that momentum.
We want more people to come and watch this, so I think that's one of the things that we are trying to do this year to see if what else can we do. So we have this finals which we advertise, we print posters, we circulate among all the community over here. So these are the ways we are trying to reach out to the community and bring in some more attention to the sport.
Badri says the tournament finals are planned for the 3rd week of August. For WCBU's On Deck, I'm Joe Deacon.
Now before we let you go, we're in the back half of the Peoria Chiefs season, so take in a home game sometime this week before baseball winds down. They face the Quad City River Bandits tomorrow, that's Tuesday night at 6:35 p.m. at Dozer Park. And that's all for today. You can subscribe to WCBU's On Deck podcast on the NPR app, Apple, Spotify, or YouTube Music.